Audio Player, WorkAudioBook, Lesson 7, Subtitles Editor. Also, you can look into a text in another program or add the text into notes. The most convenient option is Subtitles. But if you don't have them, this isn't a problem. You can make them easy and quickly. I should note right away, the Subtitles editor of WorkAudioBook is tuned to the scenario when you already have a text. I'm going to demonstrate its usage in this particular situation. So, we opened an audio file with a story about Sherlock Holmes. Click Show, Subtitles Editor. The Editor tab opens at the bottom. It's empty right now. As I said, we are considering the situation when we already have the text. We have it somewhere, in a file or some web page in the internet, and we can easily copy it from there. So, we switch to the text. Suppose we have it in a text file. Open, select, copy, return to WorkAudioBook. Here we press the very first button on the panel, Import. Select the first command, Import from clipboard, plain text, add nothing. We see the text appeared in the editor window. Let's check the editor settings. Auto Add is enabled. Edit isn't pressed. Invisible mode isn't pressed. So, the key to the efficient work with the editor is 3 keys on the keyboard V, B, N. They are located next to each other so that you can easily press them one after another. V. Decrease the subtitle text by 1 word. B. Increase the subtitle text by 1 word. N. Add the subtitle and listen to the next phrase. They have the corresponding buttons on the screen. Less, more, play next. Because we have Auto Add turned on, the play next command not only plays the next phrase, but also adds the selected text as a subtitle. But pay attention again, we use the keyboard. This way it will be really convenient and fast. Let me show. Press space to listen, press B to select the words.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Press N to listen to the next phrase. This also adds the current subtitle. Press B to select next words.
Adventure 1. A Scandal in Bohemia.
Continue in the same way. When you have selected the phrase till the end, press N. Start listening and use B to mark all the words. And again N and again B, and so on.
To Sherlock Holmes she is always the woman. I have seldom heard him mention her under any other name. In his eyes she eclipses and predominates the whole of her sex. It was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Irene Adler. All emotions, and that one particularly, were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind.
In the end, I pressed Insert instead of N to add the subtitle, because I didn't want to listen to the next phrase. As you can see, everything is simple and fast. In just a minute we marked a lot of the subtitles, and now the text that got into subtitles is colored green and surrounded by black triangles. The text that we haven't added to subtitles yet is grayed out. If we want to continue, move to the next phrase, place the cursor at the beginning of the unallocated text and press space to listen. Continue to highlight the words with B.
He was, I take it, the most perfect reasoning and observing machine that the world has seen.
Try it yourself, it's easier than it might seem. Okay, let's learn a few more keys. Select the next phrase, click play selection or space.
But as a lover, he would have placed himself in a false position.
As I said, if you want to add a subtitle but do not want to go to the next phrase, then press the Insert key or Add button. If you added the wrong subtitle and want to change it, you first should delete it. Use the Delete key or the button with the cross. However, as you see, this button is disabled. This is because we have to place the cursor in the text of the subtitle that we want to delete. Now we are able to delete. We can also click on the subtitle bracket above the sound wave. This will select both corresponding part on the sound wave, plus put the cursor in the beginning of the subtitle text. Delete also. If you think that program selected too much, just click where you want to cut. Press space to listen.
He was, I take it, the most perfect.
Selected fragment is too short, click in the place to which you want to expand it. And again space to listen to the new selection.
He was, I take it, the most perfect reasoning and observing machine that the world has seen.
Next, if you have noticed an error in the text, then you first need to switch to edit mode. Click edit button or press F2 key. As you see in this mode, in addition to the text, there is also information about the time linked to the subtitles. But this shouldn't confuse you, the cursor in the text is in the same place as it was. Correct what you wanted to fix, then again press edit or F2. As we see, the text is changed. Next, invisible mode. If your goal is to make subtitles as fast as possible, then do not pay attention to it. But if you want to do subtitles and improve your listening skill at the same time, then, as I said, the text should be hidden, so that you are listening to the speaker, not reading. Let's click the invisible mode button and all the text that we have not yet added to the subtitles become hidden. Well, all we need is to remember our three keys V, B, N. Let me show. Listen.
He was, I take it, the most perfect reasoning and observing machine that the world has seen.
If you do not understand, then listen again.
He was, I take it, the most perfect reasoning and observing machine that the world has seen.
Try to repeat. He was, I take it, the most perfect reasoning and observing machine that the world has seen. And only now, when we decided that we had worked on listening to this phrase enough, we begin to press the B key. Well, the whole phrase is visible. Press N to advance to the work on the next phrase.
But as a lover, he would have placed himself in a false position.
As you can see, here we are both improve our listening skills and create subtitles for using in the future. And of course, in the end we should save our work, use Save button. This is the main scenario of working with the editor. We found the text that matches the MP3, copied it, pasted it using the Import button. Next, our three keys, V, B, N. Use B to select a fragment of the text. Use V to deselect if you accidentally selected too much. Use N to add a subtitle and go to the next phrase. If you made a mistake, click on the subtitle, delete it with the Delete key, and mark it up again. If you noticed error in the text, press F2. Edit, press F2 again. Save your work. I decided not to overload this video with all the additional features of the editor. About them I am going to make another video. Create subtitles. This is very easy. Thank you for your attention.